Everyone, today I want to talk to you about the organisational structure blueprint and why this is so important to the future of your business. Okay, so it's a Wednesday morning, it's raining, it's quite humid, but it's spitting. Interesting start to the day. I had to re-record another episode earlier because I had some audio issues with the previous recording. The joys of running and vlogging, so my mileage is going up just from the fact I'm having to do these re-records at the moment. But this one's scheduled for today, so that's fine. So the organisational structure blueprint. So what is it? What I'm talking about here, and why am I talking about it? Well, most of you know what an organisational structure is. Even if you've just started out your new business, it's just you're a solopreneur or you're a one-man band, you need to do this. And the reason you need to do this is what your business is going to look like. It helps you plan your resourcing, helps you plan with building your team when your business grows. So it's really important. And the traditional way of doing this was to use some form of organisational structural software, something like Lucidchart, which is quite good for workflows and flowcharts. You can also do organisational structures with it and put people's roles in. Now, roles are good, but often they're too high level, and every role has a number of processes or a number of tasks underneath it you need to use. So what I strongly recommend you do is you build your, I use a task, a project in Asana to do this, and basically a subsection, the different areas. If you start with the key areas of your business, so marketing being number one, sales being number two, operations being number three, finance and admin being number four. Okay, these are the key sections or departments in the business. Okay, you can delve a bit deeper into legal, HR, product development, stuff like that, customer service, but generally speaking, they will all fall under one of those main categories. And what you're looking to do, I always have goals and issues at the top as well. So what do I want to achieve? But that goal setting and dealing with initial issues are a separate episode. I'll talk to you about that separately. But what I then want you to do is look at your business. What are the tasks? And you can go as granular as you want here. If you can go core process level, so if you can go for kind of chunkier processes, even better. But if not, just brain dump everything needs to happen in your business. Now, if you're struggling to identify the differences between some of the areas, this analogy, I took this from Mike Michalowicz from his book Clockwork, and he uses the ACDC model, easy to remember because of the band. And marketing is the A, which is attracting. So anything you're doing to attract customers or attract leads into your business is in marketing. C is conversions, and that's sales. Okay, anything you do to convert those leads into customers, into paying customers, is converting them is sales. Okay, operations is delivering. So anything you do to deliver your product or service to your customers is delivering. So anything that the customer is being expected of servicing that customer is delivering. And then the final C is collecting. Anything that's to do with collecting or paying out money is finance and admin. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a nice framework. But what you want to do is you want to put every single item you can possibly think of in there. And just to give you, if you're going higher level, you should have at least maybe 3 to 5 in each section, which is core processes. So what I mean by core process, if we're using my property business, I would have, tenant acquisition. So that would have multiple different actions in it, but it's a higher level core process. But ideally for you guys, I'd probably go really granular, just so you don't forget anything. So it's just a brain dump. Don't worry if there's duplications, you can tidy it up later. So what you do is spend a good amount of time in brainstorming all the tasks you do. The other thing you can do to help you, if you've already started your business, is time track. I've done separate episodes on time tracking, whereby, and the usefulness of it, because it will allow you to see where you're spending your time on all the different tasks you're doing. So there's a task list of things you're spending your time on, so you can put those into your organisational structure blueprint. And once you've done that, you've gone through that whole exercise, it should be quite a comprehensive list. The next thing you're going to do, which is where the game-changing magic is going to happen, you're going to create a column next to it, and you're going to put KPI, key performance indicator. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to try and find one metric for each of those tasks, and you're going to put down what that metric will be. Don't worry, you're not going to have them all set up. You may not have them all set up ever. What it's going to do is it's going to get you thinking about how that role can happen and how it can report into you, so you can see using one metric how well that role is doing. So it could be, it could be like number of people who joined your list. There's the marketing side of things. It could be number of emails sent, number of inquiries received. It could be, variable costs. It could be profit, net profit, profit margin. It could be any number of different KPIs. It could be number of complaints. It could be your customer satisfaction score. It could be any number of things. So just try and think of a metric that would allow you to understand how well that job is being performed in your business. So all you're doing is a list of tasks broken down by department and a KPI against each. And that, believe you me, if you do that now, when you start building your business, it'll give you the structure and the foundation. So I'm just going through a gate, just bear with me a second. That'll give you the structure and the foundation to grow and systemize your business from day one. And that's where people go so far wrong. They get so ingrained, they build a business, they've got no structure or foundation behind it. When they come to try and systemize their business down the line, where it's taking over their life, they start from scratch. It's harder when you're unraveling things than if you do it at the beginning. So, but even if you're already established, please do this exercise, because it's been game changing for me. I do it for all the business opportunities that I pursue, so I can start getting an understanding of what resourcing we're going to need. Once you've gone to that stage, you can remove all the duplicates, so you're consolidating your list, and you can then start putting another column in for the role of the person who's going to do it. So you can group these tasks together then, and who's going to fulfill that role. So what would the name of that person's role be that fulfills that task? And that way you're reverse engineering your organisational structure, rather than just going, I need salespeople, I need marketing people, I need product developers, I need web developers, I need graphic design. You're starting to then look at all the tasks you need at your given point in time, and you're grouping them by topic or role. And it's really giving you some framework, so you can then see, right, if I bring somebody in here, they can take 60% of the workload away. And you can then start looking at your hourly rate on how much you're getting paid, and you can look at the cost of bringing somebody in, and you can then really work out whether it's value to bring somebody in at that point, or whether it's value to bring someone further down the line. But it all starts from this framework. So just to give you a summary again, and how this works is, organisational structures are quite old school. They are good when you've got a massive organisational structure, but just use a project subsection. So what you want to do is you want to create I'll share this to my template with you in the future into the free resources section of my Facebook group. But what you're looking for is a project with marketing, sales, operations, finance, admin. You might at the top put the goals, so you can see where the goals. You might put issues as well, but I'll talk to you about those two sections separately. At the moment, I just want you to list all of the tasks that you can think of in your business that falls within those categories. Again, if you're struggling, use the ACDC model. Attracting is marketing, converting is sales, delivering is operations, and collecting is finance and admin. When you've got all of them listed down, put a separate column next to it called KPI. What is the metric? It's going to give you the information that allows you one metric, no more than one, to see how well that role or that task is being performed. So that's really key. And then once you've done that, you're then going to start grouping these tasks together. You're going to start grouping these tasks together by the type of role that's going to be created by grouping those tasks. And that way, you reverse engineering what roles you need. You're then going to start evaluating the financials of the business, which I'll go into more detail in a separate episode, particularly your hourly rate and profit figures, to see whether and what point you can afford to bring somebody in to take that workload off. And you're doing it in a very structured and planned fashion. Okay, and that's the way you start building a team. That's the way you start outsourcing. And it's really important you do it this way. So many people do it blindly. They can end up with a business that's overstaffed, not making any money, and you end up working for nothing. Probably harder than most employees, and getting very little out of it. So, hope you found this useful. Please, as always, like, share, comment if you find this useful. If you've got any questions, drop a comment in. I'll always respond. If it's something that's a bigger topic, I'll add it to my content plan. I'll do an episode on it and I'll tag you in. So that's my guarantee to you. Also, debate with me as well. So this is the stuff that's worked for me. It might not work for everybody. If you've got better ways, please share. always keen to learn myself as well. And as always, stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you on the next episode.